Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If your first time is here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Today I'm gonna talk to you about the 3 items you must have after you get in your after you bought your motorcycle or your scooter. Now let's go with the first one. The first one you should always get is a camera for your motorcycle or your scooter. Now camera or a dash cam, they have two type. One especially for the motorcycle, so those things you can it's more easier to install, and usually they have the front and the back and the rear cam. So they have two cam, the front and the rear, right? And usually motorcycle dash cam is gonna cost more because they have two camera, and the benefit of you get two camera, and then it's easy to install. I was able to get the motorcycle dash cam for my scooter because at that time it was on sale, but a couple years later, before after I bought the motorcycle, I could not find anything that that basically have the same quality as the first one that I bought. So if you cannot find a deal on the motorcycle cam, you can get a car dash cam, which is my second option, which is this one right here. Is only have a front camera, and that's all you need, because if you can find the one without, like this one is they don't have the back screen, the LCD in the back, and that's what exactly I wanted. So you don't need a back screen because all you need is recording, and then you can pull out the picture from your, either you can take out the SD card, the memory card, or you can use your phone to transfer the image too. So depend on how your budget is, but you know, this thing I bought it for $35 on sale, and it's a 2K camera instead of a 1080p right here that for the motorcycle for the scooter that I got. But the 2K camera, but you know, you don't need to record in 2K. 1080p is enough image or resolution quality that you can you know, help you with your if you actually have accidents and stuff like that. Is more than enough to get your claim done. And like I said, repeat, you really need to have a camera on your motorcycle or your scooter if you own one, because it's so important to have one, especially this day. If you have an accident and there's no injury, even you call the cop, they're not gonna come. So they only come when you have injury, right? So if when you file a claim on your insurance or the other party insurance, and they of course they're gonna argue with you, and just basically it's your word and their word, you know. And it's pretty hard to file a claim if you don't have, like, you know, the actually video of the accident. So that's just for safety and also just for insurance. And trust me, you really need it, because I have this problem with my wife. A couple of years ago, she had an accident. She driving to the supermarket, and some guy backed out from the parking and hit her. And then later on, they turn around and then they file a claim on my insurance, and they said that my wife rear-ended them, and you know. And even though my wife's car only have a little bit of scratch, I didn't even tell my wife to file a claim, and the other party did, and they said it's my wife's fault, and then they said my wife rear-ended them. And ending up, I have to send them the video that's showing exactly what happened, and then 5 minutes later, the insurance called me back and apologized and said it's not my fault, it's 100% it's their fault. And my wife get frustrated, and she told me to call their insurance and file a claim just for a couple of scratch on my car, and they ending up replacing the whole door, the whole rear back door. So that's just to tell you that you don't trust anyone this day, so you got to be careful, protect yourself, and that's why it's always good to have a camera to protect yourself. And let's say if a camera is 2K maximum image, what you want to do is you want to reduce to 1080p, because that's more than enough, because you don't want to run your camera 2K all the time, because like anything, right, if you run into their max, they're gonna get overheat, and their life expectancy is gonna go down. So you don't want that. So 1080p is enough quality image to file a claim on the insurance to protect yourself. Okay, that's the first thing. And the second thing, the most important you need to have and you must have, is a green light trigger device, like what I have right here. I installed on my motorcycle. That little wire right here, I hope you can see it right here. So that device is very easy to install. All you do is just connect to your ignition switch and connection to the ground, and that's it. And every time you turn on the motorcycle, it's automatically work itself. And trust me, you need it, because I don't know, I live in California, and all the light right here will not trigger. Doesn't matter if I ride a scooter or I ride a motorcycle, does not trigger at all. And it's very frustrating. It's all, before, when I didn't get it, I was almost thinking about selling my my scooter or my bike, because I was tired if I have to wait at the street light all the time, and it's never trigger, and that's the major downfall, and don't believe on the other people about using a magnet. Those things never work. I bought from a small magnet to a huge magnet about this big, and none of them I put everywhere on every location on my bike, never work. I put even on a scooter too. I tried on a scooter too, never work. So trust me, go and get one of those devices. It's called a green light trigger, and you can find it on eBay. They have version, this is the guy that making it is from UK, and he have 3 versions, version 1, 2, and 3, and the version 3 is the most expensive, and the version 1 is like the least expensive, is like $29, and the version 2 is $39, and version 3 is $49. All of them work fine, but if you can find version 1, then go ahead and buy that. But if he don't have anymore, then go ahead and buy whatever he have available, right? But you need those things. It's so important. Imagine you drive a car, you go to a street light, you never thinking about like, yo, yeah, the street light gonna trigger or not, right? Because it's always trigger, right? So it's not gonna, so you don't have that, you kind of careless about those things, right? It's not even bothering your mind, right? But if you're riding a motorcycle and you go on the street light, you always thinking, is that light gonna trigger or not? And that's the problem, is always in your head, right? But if you bought one of those devices that I just show you, it will happen all the time, will trigger all the time. Almost 100%. I never even have a problem after I install it. So trust me, don't get the magnet one. The magnet one is not working, but the trigger, the green light trigger device works. So that is the thing you must have if you own a motorcycle, right? And the third thing is depend, right? The third thing I think is the most important for me, for riding comfort, is the windshield, right? It's the windshield. Gotta have the windshield. Trust me, the windshield make your life a lot more comfortable when you're riding, and you will enjoy more, especially if you going on the freeway when you're doing 65 and more. Those wind just gonna blow you away. Those things gonna blow you away is to the point that, you know, even if you trying to change lane and you turn your head to look at the other lane to make sure to check over your shoulder, even those things gonna make it harder if you don't have a windshield. And even on my scooter, it's only maximum speed is 61, and if I go like somewhere 45 without a windshield, I I have a difficult time, you know, and I don't feel and it's not you don't feel safe anymore. Same thing on a scooter, same thing when you go on the freeway, on a motorcycle. So, you know, do yourself a favor. You know, this thing is it's not expensive. You know, you can find a good deal. It's about like maybe $50 or $60 if it's on sale. Then just get one and install it. You know, it's buy the if you cannot find the one exactly for you, buy the universal one. You know, go home and install it. You know, and those things is this thing is a lifesaver right here. Right on the freeway, no problem. I don't feel any wind blowing at me or push me, or I don't get tired after a few minutes or you know whatever minute I was driving. I don't feel tired after I drive half an hour or more. But without the windshield, I did try without the windshield. Man, even 5 minutes, it's driving me crazy, and I don't feel safe at all on a motorcycle. Same thing with on the scooter. So that is the most important. But some people, you know, that they like to have the wind, you know, blowing at them, pushing them on their chest, you know, then you know that's your own choice, right? But if you want to be comfortable on the riding on the freeway or at high speed, you definitely need to get a windshield, right? They have windshield for scooter and they have windshield for motorcycle. So go and get one, right? But you know the other two is more important than the windshield. The windshield is like for me it's important, but maybe it's not important for you. But you know, even with the full face helmet, you know, you're not gonna enjoy the ride without the windshield. And I can ride with the windshield with a half face helmet, and I love it. You know, so those are the three you must have if you own a scooter or a motorcycle. Just for first, it's just for your own protection for the as a camera, and then protection and safety for the camera, and also the green light trigger. Those are just for comfort. You know, you don't want to stuck in a traffic light, and then you have to make either a illegal cross, or you have to make a right turn, right? So you don't want that, you know. You don't want, even when you ride, you don't want to even have those little stuff that's bother you, right? So green light trigger device is the best value or money you can spend on your motorcycle, right? So the camera, green light trigger device, and the windshield, those are the most important thing, and the thing you must have when you bought a motorcycle or a scooter, right? So I have both of them on my ride, so I never have to worry about them anymore, right? So I hope you find this information important, and I hope you find that it's helpful for you if you just starting to ride, or you just bought your first your first scooter or your first motorcycle. So that's it for this video, and I will see you guys on the next video. All right, okay, bye.